So a couple of weeks ago, I made an Incredibles 2 full analysis, going through everything we had seen up to that point in chronological order and analysing everything we could possibly see. This is actually the video here, 84k views, it's great. But look at where it is. It is swamped in tons more footage. Like, this was the latest trailer that came out during the recording. As I was recording this, there were 2 new trailers that came out. And since then, that was only 2 weeks ago, we've got all this new content that has just popped up for whatever reason. They're not even Disney Pixar, like, this is Disney Pixar, but this was a month ago. Oh, well, no, yeah, that was before I uploaded that video. It was ages ago. Yet there's people like Film Select Trailers, comicbook.com especially, and all these different trailer things that have way more content. Look at this. So this video is basically going to be going over all this extra footage as a follow-up to my original full trailer. These clips are most likely going to be very short, and I haven't actually seen these trailers yet. I've been kind of avoiding them in a huff because they had to come out like after I'd made this analysis, waiting 2 weeks. But anyway, let's go through them all. Look at all these tabs I have open because there's just so much new content. We're going to go through it, I'm going to react a little bit because it's my first time seeing it, and then we'll analyze it and see where it fits in. Ready to go? Let's go. First one is Movie Access Trailers. I should have actually clicked on the link over there, but oh well. Incredibles 2 final trailer new. They say final trailer every other time. Okay, let's listen to this. Okay, this is going to be interesting. Okay, so this is clearly during the street scene that we saw earlier with Mr. Incredible and everyone chasing after the giant digger. It looks like, yeah, she's on some kind of street lamp. I think what might be going on there, I'm not sure if these two are directly connected. I think what might, well, they're in the same suit, but what might be going on here is Helen is seeing Dash holding Jack Jack and giving it to Violet or something to that effect. Seeing the kids, because there is a transition where we see Dash giving Violet Jack Jack in some form. So maybe this is Helen actually overseeing all of that. The building behind her definitely looks like one of the buildings we see on the main street at the very beginning of the film. Here might be on the cruise, if I had to make a guess. There's another time when we see all the characters in their outfits, and that's towards the end of the movie, or towards the end of the analysis, from what I can gather from chronological order. Once the kids are attacked in their own house, they end up going in a car, which eventually has, well, actually there's a plane section that might be completely unrelated, but then that car ends up attached to a cruise. We see Frozone and Dash do a punch in here, and we also see Jack Jack get lost for a moment, but this, I think, might be inside that cruise, maybe as like a stowaway scenario, or this could be the actual Underminer section. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll have to keep out for that backpack and see if it appears anywhere else. Okay, yeah, Jack Jack disappears. Maybe this is Dash's first reaction to seeing Jack Jack, because this could be quite early on, actually. Nice, okay. I think then that actually might be the case. This might be Dash's first interaction. I'm going to bring that down as well, because that's how my audio settings used to be. This might be Dash's first reaction. That'd be interesting. It doesn't look very Underminer-y, but it could be. It's very factory-y. I'm still thinking boat, but we'll see. Ugh, okay, that's just more of the raccoon fight. Gets outside after chucking a flaming table at him, and then yeah, just sort of what's the one I'm thinking of? Intimidatingly staring at him. Jesus Christ, that's horrifying. Let me move my mouse. Not it makes a difference. Okay, that was super quick, but I'm pretty sure that's just Frozone and the Underminer. Digger would be the word. Let me slow that down again. Yeah, you can see sliding along. This was probably towards the end of the street when Frozone gets to actually jump in and try to slow things down. Maybe at this point the family has already gotten on top and into the digger. That's my thoughts at the moment. Yeah, we know this. A lot of the times with these kind of trailers, they add the generic trailers afterwards just to, I guess, elongate the duration. So we might be coming to the end. Yeah, like this looks all un-new. Like, yeah, that's the end of the other trailer. So, well. This looks interesting. So this is Elastigirl, presumably on her on that mission with the helicopter, since it's still that nighttime noir aesthetic. And she's got parachute mode, which is pretty interesting. I imagine this is just more of reaching towards that helicopter. Before or after, I haven't got a clue. Maybe the helicopter's behind her and she's just jumped off it. But yeah, cool. Oh wow, okay, that's fully elongated. She's like hawking into something. I guess maybe this is getting into the building at the beginning. This is a great face for Helen, by the way. Yeah, it's most likely more footage of that mission scene.
Exactly is Mom's new job.
We've seen this before. Yes, I did. I put it last minute in the last analysis. Ooh, I can't tell if that's new. More raccoon. It's pretty generic. Oh, that's actually the animation we saw in the teaser trailer. Much like we had the reused animation for Mr. Incredible having his hair ripped out, which never actually seems to happen in the actual movie, all the time that animation happens. That's the animation at the very beginning of the teaser, now being shown attacking the raccoon. Yeah, let's begin. It's very interesting, the trailer style. Because there's just so much footage, but they're all so quick. It's kind of spoiling a lot of the film. Yeah, that's what we saw before. That's the, by the way, just that moment just there was the car attached to the cruise, not the plane, like I originally had said. There's my thumbnail. Yep, and this, as I didn't say last time in the analysis, but I'm pretty sure is the case now, this is inside the cruise. It's pretty cruisy, don't you think? So actually, yeah, this is one big trailer. Oh, never mind. Just had a lot of reused footage. Okay, fair enough. That's one of 22 or something trailers. Let's move on to the next, shall we? There is so much stuff. And I might make another chronological order thing, but we will see. Why will you not full screen? Thank you very much. Okay, this one's going to be numbered a lot. Never mind. Okay, more footage of the helicopter. There's two for a start. Are they both enemy helicopters? Don't remember seeing two before. Oh, by the way, that's basically what I had predicted last time. In my last analysis, I edited Mr. Incredible saying yeah, and that seems to be what they actually have him say. So hey, I'm a real legit predictor, man. Anyway. Yeah, that's all the same. Aha! This is inside the cruise. Everyone's suited up. It's the end of the movie. Elastigirl was in her new suit. This is on the cruise. They found each other again. So I guess the three of them end up on the car. Then they get on the cruise. Jack, I guess, gets lost. And then Helen finds them all together. Also, though, Helen's shoulder. Look at that. She's actually taken an actual rip. So I guess this is... Maybe that's actually... That might be like a mini... story moment where Edna Mode's suits were indestructible. This kind of ripping has never happened in the previous movie, so now there's a rip on her shoulder. The suit ain't better because it's a scam and it's Edna Mode's the best. You know, that's kind of plotline might be going on. Everyone... Oh, also, actually, this would be the hug after the kids have just been attacked and everything's going to hell, so this is probably actually a really nice moment. Where's Mr. Incredible? Where's Frozone? No idea. Maybe they're together doing something. Maybe they're trying to stop the cruise. No, I don't know. I don't know this part. This is the end of the movie. We've seen very little of this footage of this part of the movie. Oh no, I found Mr. Incredible. He's literally right there. Thank you, British advert. Why isn't he hugging them? Is he just watching? Ah, well. He's also actually in his suit, which I don't think we get to see earlier. No, we might have done actually when the superheroes appeared. The supervillains appeared. Excuse me. Let's move on. That sounds like nice footage. I don't think there's anything I can really analyze out of that. One of the buildings looked like the one that she busts through the glass of, but I doubt it's the same one because she's clearly going in the same direction. So it's just generic, not generic footage, but footage I can't analyze. It makes itself, it explains itself. I'm a little bit rambly. I'm not used to doing a live analysis. Also, I think this is slightly extra footage of seeing Helen in front of the train, or this is in between carriages. No, she's in front of it and parachuting down. This is the conversation between Helen and Bob, and this is, again, in the actual little hotel room they have. This bed matches the hotel aesthetic. It's just a new angle that I haven't seen before.
Easy, huh? You're adorable.
What did she say?
I'll watch the kids easy.
Easy, huh? You're adorable.
Oh, he said it was easy, and she's belittling him. And I think that's all we get. Hello. Yeah, can you... Oh, no thank you. These might be thumbnails, but no thank you. Oh, of course they got selfies going on. There's no sound. Okay. This is a really weird animation. Is this part of the teaser, I guess? Is it its own separate thing? Am I supposed to be able to hear sound? Or whoever made this has failed with their sound editing. Oh, well. I assume this is all... Oh. This is almost like concept art, kind of. It's concept animations. That's cool. I don't think there's anything to analyze out of this, really. Nah, looks about pretty generic. And that's the original. Whoa, hello! The original trailer. Yeah, see, they elongate these times so that they can, I don't know, get more money out of it? I don't know, whatever. Comicbook.com, thank you very much. Let's move on to the next one. This is introducing Void. Looks like this might be like a more Instagram-friendly version. There are portrait versions of trailers for some reason. Hey, this is the animation we just saw on everyone around the corner.
Hello, everyone. I play a brand new super named Void in Disney Pixar's Incredibles 2.
I'm interested. It's cool that they're actually doing a voice actress version. Also, this footage I reversed. Not that one. This is just the family. There you go. This footage was reversed in my analysis and reversed the wrong way in the original trailers. Now we can see it in the right way going. My reversion was correct, if that makes any sense. What? I don't think that's how that happens. I think that was an extra animation, right? I'm pretty sure Jack doesn't crash. Yeah, no. That's very clearly separate. In fact, is that them trying to crop Jack out behind with a solid straight line across? Oh my god, that's just like a square blur. Oh lord. I mean, it's a fast animation, so they get away with it, but still.
Now Void got a pretty cool power.
This might be everyone's introduction to each other, or maybe like an advert, maybe? No, it won't be an advert. I doubt they're on the press. But no, this is before they've been hypnotized by the screenslaver, at least you can tell, because big boy in the back there is pretty impressed and everything. And not attacking each other, or just being lethal. That's interesting. Also, I've just noticed, Elastigirl's suit has a dot on it. That might be the camera that we saw with the bike footage in the last analysis. Like, it might be an actual tracker, could be a camera, could be a microphone. I think it's relevant. Never saw that before, huh? Or it's a scratch. Oh, hello! They're talking! I will listen to their dialogue in a moment. This might mean then that this is the establishment that we see Elastigirl going to and Winston cutting open. It's a heroes building, and we get to see some of the heroes coming together. That would be cool.
Void got a pretty cool power.
What do they say? Let me listen.
Very interdimensional. See?
Very interdimensional. Okay.
Is she awesome? Yay me. What other new supers are in the movie, you ask? There's the indestructible Brick, the high-flying Screech, and Super Senior Reflex.
Never actually seen them in 3D form. Well, especially not Reflex.
And those are just the starting lineup.
Okay, here we go. So this new footage, she very clearly looks not in control. So also, here's the mask. You can see their eyeballs behind it. I assume that's green or grey. I'm colorblind. Here, they're very much in a hypnotized mask. Again, though, I cannot tell what that background is. Just, is that the cruise, maybe? That'd be... I mean, I guess that would make sense, maybe, that the supervillains will end up on the cruise. Maybe that is what I'm looking at here, but... I don't know, because I can't recognize either dimension. It's a bit generic. They might be the same place. They look kind of samey. For a start, that's definitely a villain's look. But, yeah, that looks quite cruisy, actually. Just a dark, creepy, grey kind of cruise. Like it's nighttime. Here is... I've forgotten their names already, but that's not Bolt Guy. He's doing something, though, right in the midst of an explosion. What was that?
Senior Reflex. And those are just the starting lineup.
So I think, so clearly, I've forgotten their names. Electrix, or something like that, is clearly doing some zapping on the side. It's the same effects as we saw on Violet. Perhaps they're being cornered in some capacity? Then there's an explosion, so they get completely distracted. Jesus Christ, what's going on there? He's like spread across the whole screen. I guess it's a counterattack. I cannot tell what's going on. Here's Void at the cruise. And actually, can we see her eyes?
Senior Reflex. And those are just the starting lineup.
Yes! That is Void with her eyes visible. This clearly means that somewhere in the movie, right near the end, they get unhypnotized. So then Void will become the superhero again. That's what's going on here. Maybe then the cruise... Perhaps then the attack at the house will have the kids escape and the adults dehypnotize them, and then on the cruise they're fighting the actual screenslaver. Or it's even happening a little bit later, and on the cruise the dehypnotization happens. That's the turning point of the film, and then everyone attacks the screenslaver. Maybe the screenslaver gets, like, taken to another dimension. That would be pretty cool. Wouldn't it be great if I predicted that ending? Maybe the now that Frozone is shouting about is this moment where the dehypnotization happens, or everyone's banding together to fight down the screenslaver. What's she doing? She's just making voids.
We're bringing supers back.
She's making voids and avoiding stuff. Maybe someone threw a boat at her and she's teleporting it away. I don't know.
Baby. You can
Again, a new animation with that sparkly floor, but there's a very quick clip straight after. Right? Am I misseeing that? Okay, this is again the same footage of the whole family, or most of the family except Dash, getting bombarded by Void and the other supervillains in their supervillain form. I'm going to call them supervillains when they're hypnotized and superheroes when they are not. And the actual family I'm just going to call by their names or their family hero names or whatever.
You can see them all in action when Disney.
You can see them all in action, okay. There's them potentially running towards the house, if I had to
You can
guess.
see them.
Yeah, also I guess that wasn't an extra clip. I was slowing it down and couldn't see it. So yeah, okay, there's all of them hypnotized and bashing glass, or there's glass around them. This then might mean that that moment with a purple blue guy at the front there, he was making something in preparation outside the front, then the others bashed in. I guess it was just before the house invasion. That would make a lot of sense. There were all 6 of them in the same place? Good lord.
Them all in action when
Oh wow, and Screecher even goes like into a dark form and flies away. That's cool.
Disney Pixar's Incredibles 2 hits theaters June 15th. I'm so strong.
The power.
Ooh, that's also another, I guess, another new trailer. It's a separate one that's they're clearly elongating the duration again. But that was a new clip of... Actually, I don't know what he was doing. It was Winston saying that he loves supers. What are you tapping? Oh, this is just the car. So this might be... Well, it looks like the same street as the Digger, but this might also be either... Okay, there's 2 ways this could be. This is either straight after the Digger, because there might be Frozone Ice in the background. This is Winston seeing the Digger, see it be saved, and something like that, and he's just got out the car to have a look. Or this is somewhere just before or after the Elastigirl ceremony when they're going towards the Heroes building. I'm thinking it might be the Digger more than anything, like he's witnessing everything going on, either in a flashback or actually during the time, before he's like, oh, I'm gonna hire these guys.
The powers.
Yeah, here's Mr. Incredible trying to slow down the thing again with his actual raw strength, and it doesn't work.
Costumes. The mythic struggle.
Yeah, it sounds like that's him seeing them for the first time and being like, this is great, the powers, the suits, the mythic struggle, and all that.
I love superhero.
That's probably the announcement at the hero thing, saying I love, well, that might be during the same scene that he says I love superheroes, but this talking is just a generic... Yeah, he's saying something else. Interesting. Frozone is on the streets. This could be before the Digger. This could be after the Digger. It could be way later. He's looking quite... in, like... I don't know what I'd say, like he's realized something. Maybe the villain's behind him or something, and he's like, how dare you? He has got a little bit of a blue glow to him, so maybe... You know what? Here's a twist for you. It almost looks like we can actually see an interdimensional void reflected off his helmet. Doesn't it look like a loop? Like you can see the top half above his eye and over the forehead, and a really distorted bottom half just left of his chin, or his skin, that sort of necky part there. Cartoons are weirdly proportioned. That might be a void. I think voids appeared behind him, either as in a good form or a bad form, I don't know, but that's going to be my prediction. Never actually looked at reflections before. Here we go. Okay, where's Jack Jack? They're at the same place as Void was, and they're in their suits. This is most likely then the cruise again, I would guess. They've also got their masks, so this is after the house invasion, I would imagine. I think this might still be the cruise. It's like an underground section. It's the Screenslaver's cruise or something to that effect.
Jack.
Where's Jack Jack? Also, though, this actually links back to our first scene, because Jack Jack's wearing that backpack. So this is where Jack Jack was messing with Dash. That's what happened. Dash had Jack Jack. Jack Jack disappeared. Now Violet has found Dash, just Dash, and Jack Jack is nowhere to be seen. And then we find Jack Jack at this place again.
Hey, little.
Okay.
Hey, Internet.
Oh man, are they gonna go through all the voice actors? This will be amazing. There's just so much footage though. Good lord, stop giving us all this footage. There's so much to analyze. And it's almost ruining the whole movie. But oh well.
What's going on?
What's going on? Maybe, I don't know what that's about. I guess just another part of the
Hey,
conversation.
Internet. We meet again.
What's going on?
I don't know. That looks like he's looking at the parents. So I guess they're having a disagreement or like thinking they're realizing the new job. I don't know. Ooh, that's a new footage of Elastigirl, or Helen in this case. I have no idea what she's screaming. She's screaming because Jack has got powers. That's gonna be my guess. Otherwise, I have no clue. Ooh, that's new. Jack actually leans sideways. There are two sneezing scenarios we saw last time. One from the crib that goes through the roof, and one from his hands, and I guess that one takes him upstairs. This might even be a matter of Dash runs to get Jack and then sees the remote? It's a stretch of a guess. No, that wouldn't make sense because he's not wet. No, he's not wet yet. But here he is. Here, Bob looked pretty wet to me. So maybe this is... Jack went out of the roof into the water. Then Bob gets him back. He goes upstairs. Dash saves Jack from hitting the floor and then finds a remote, and Bob takes it out of his hands. Fun fact, I'll actually be seeing it when it releases for free because I get those connections. I think the rest of this is generic. It is. Okay, let's move on to the next one. This is Incredibles 2 Surprise Attack. There's so much to go through. Oh my lord. I might end up having to cut this up into pieces. Okay, so Edna is now at home for some reason, but this is day one, and Helen's there as well. I can tell it's day one because of Bob's suit.
Your new home has all the latest security and automation features.
Oh, this is an Edna mode place. Well, then maybe I'm going to be a bit less suspicious that they're spying anymore. But okay, this is interesting. Helen also looks to be in different clothes, or at least she's not in a shirt anymore.
What does that one do?
Water level sensors for surprise attacks.
Oh! Okay, so now it's Edna mode's foreshadowing what happens later in the movie, once again taking place here.
And overflowing dishwashers.
Okay, so this is going to make an effect later.
Motion sensors. Intrusion detection.
So we'll know if someone's sneaking in.
Or sneaking out.
Okay, interesting. So it's showing off all the abilities of this house, which I guess I have to start being more trustful of. Why is Violet leaving? Maybe to see Tony riding her again, if I had to make a guess? I don't know, but I imagine her getting interrupted is probably going to make her quite grumpy. There we are.
Carbon monoxide detection. Oh, and of course, smoke alarms.
ADT helps you and your family stay
You know what?
super safe. See Disney Pixar's Incredibles 2.
Maybe I was wrong. Maybe that's not the case. Like, maybe they might have made this just for that animation. I ain't got a clue. Because it also seems a bit weird that they just sort of throw that off. I don't know. I'm fooled. There's a lot of incontinuities here. Helen's here when I would imagine day one she's off working. That's about it. And I guess it might have been just an advert. Damn.
Even superheroes need to feel safe, darling.
Yeah, that's pretty fake. Oh yeah, okay, so there was all these toy adverts that also came out. Okay. Oh lord, there's so much footage. So, what is going on here? This, I would imagine, is... Well, first things first, we're on water, so I'm tempted to say this is the cruise scene. We can see there's a cruise on the left. This might be the plane on the right and something else up top. Maybe there's 3 cruises. But also, Helen is in her Incredibles suit, not her Elastigirl new suit. So this is probably after realizing the dangers of her old suit and actually full on trying to save her family. Before, when we saw her hugging the kids on the cruise, she was in her old suit, or her new suit. It's hard to say which one's the old one and which one's the new one, but you know what I mean. She was in her other suit. So, I want to say this is from the plane down, but I don't know. I don't know. It's somewhere in that sequence. Yeah, and she comes slicing in. Also, here's a nice shot of the bike splitting in half, just like Elastigirl can stretch across it all. It's a well-designed bike. It's interesting. She stops the traffic, I guess maybe to saving that bridge again. Here's more of the helicopter scene. Actually, it's all the same. She uses a device to scan for things, and hey, I said that the cars would fall off the bridge. She saves the women, or whoever else is in there, from actually dying from the car. And this is where she's up on the lamppost, as we saw earlier in the video. It's all lining up together. I swear I can construct this entire film from all these trailers. Okay, she can also fly. She's flying the helicopter that she took over. Pretty cool. Okay. Stopping traffic again at the top. Bringing down the new Urbum. Urbum? U-R-B-E-M? Urbum. Savings and loans. Oh, it's this place again. The savings and loans coming back? Okay, interesting. I don't know why. Oh, she's probably using it to catapult herself. Never mind. She's getting kind of rowdied up in the Winston building. It's the same interview building. Or maybe not. No, that looks like it could be the cruise. It's that superhero, supervillain reaction again. Not at Toys R Us anymore. Okay, here we go. New footage. Underminer goes into the dashboard. No much more to say there, I think. Yeah, no, there's nothing in the background to see either. But maybe that, affects the Underminer's digger from actually moving. Okay, here we go as well. Where is that? So here we see the parents fighting against Brick, I would assume. They're inside the cruise. Yeah, it's quite cruisian. He's made a punch of their already dashboard thing here. Interesting. Interesting. Also, there's another one of Winston's assistants here. This girl in the back with the frizzy hair. Maybe this is Winston's sister, Evelyn Dever. Okay, here's another shot of the digger coming out of the streets. Here's Tony Reininger's reaction to it before being running away and catching Violet in her suit. More of Frozone trying to stop the digger. This is right in front of City Hall. That's the potential void scene again. Ooh, that's cool. Some more footage of the train. Like, stopping it. Ooh, what's this? I don't know what's in front of him. Is that the supervillains? Maybe. Or that might be just... That might be... It looks like the same lighting, at least. Is he wearing the same... No, he's in his suit there and not in his suit with the others. I don't know who that is. That might be Screecher on the left. He's like being, he's meeting the superhero villains. I cannot quite tell who they are, but that's interesting. Again, here's another random footage. This is inside the house. We can tell because the rock in the background is the one we see in the main hall. Again, there's a lot of lights behind him, so maybe this is Void again. Or my second guess would be it's electrics during the Violet shield moment even? Possible. I've got to do a lot of cutting because this is way too many trailers. Here we go.
Feed Jack, Jack, love, Helen.
Please feed Jack, Jack. Easy enough.
Get your eggs, right? Jack, Jack, how do you like your eggs? Over easy, got it.
This might be another one of those fake adverts.
Big salad?
Yeah. And this sounds like the same trailer as before. Thank goodness. Okay, that's a lot easier on me.
You are a mess.
Again, alright, so now we're getting just like extra adverts. They might be little scenes that happen, but they don't tell us anything new. Thank goodness.
That's better. Life gets...
Oh, this is
super getaway?
Okay, this is another generic advert. Alright, that was just, yes, another generic. Oh my god, there's so many up here. Okay, this might be the same as we saw last time. I'll give a quick check. The clips are the same so far. Yes, it's the same as before. Let's burn through these. Yep, this is more of that generic advert we saw before. Yep, that's good. The quality. Ah, here we go. This was a new one. So, this looks like the whole family going back to Edna mode for the third time, I guess. A third experience with Edna. Yeah, that's everyone. And they're in their suits. Hopefully this isn't another fake advert. It could be.
Can't be seen in that. I won't allow it.
Our suit?
That's the same voice line she says in Incredibles 1, so this could very well be.
Your transportation will fit. The question is, does it fit you? Imagine. That might be nice.
See Disney
Yeah.
Pixar's Incredibles
This
2
might be a...
begins June 15th.
Oh no, they're not advertising a car yet.
You may now thank me.
I don't think so. That's yeah, because also the way she's at the camera. Yeah, I doubt this. This is an advert. Phew.
You may now thank
Okay, here we go. New stuff. After this generic logo someone decided to put on top of a trailer. Good job, you. So, we saw before that there was Elastigirl on the digger, and then for a moment Mr. Incredible was, and then he wasn't. Here we get to see where that interaction actually works out. Before I do though, although we've already spoiled it, I can't get rid of this logo. God damn it, okay. So, Mr. Incredible is inside the digger when Elastigirl lands on it.
Steer it or stop it, and the Underminers escape.
We'll have to stop it from...
The Underminers escaped. Maybe, I don't know what that means then. How did he escape? I guess he just escaped the fight scene downstairs, because I assume the first time he shows up he gets sucked in, then he comes out and fights the Underminer, and somehow the Underminer escapes. Okay. Nice. Does he say Frozone? Did I get that right? Yes. Yes, he did. Frozone. Yeah. I'm bloody genius. Oh, nice. So much extra footage. Okay. Nice. Oh, man. Are we getting the whole scene? At least seriously giving us the whole first scene. Yeah, everything's lining up as everyone's running. Right, Violet's going to show up with Jack. Yep, there it is. Okay. Well, at least that confirmed my prediction. Great. That was a whole minute of footage. There's already like 8.5 minutes of this film in trailer form. That's a whole minute now. Okay, well, there you go. It basically confirms what we said last time, which is nice.
Good morning.
That's slightly new, but not much to say. Ooh, that's cool. Okay, so it looks like... I don't know what's going on there, actually. So she lands somewhere and saves some cars, but then I guess this might be later. No, this is on the bridge. She's stopping something. She's giving the stop sign to both of the cars is what's going on there. Then the digger crashes through. A car stupidly goes past because she's not telling them to stop anymore, and she saves them. That's how that works out. And that was her, yeah, jumping up to the post. Here's her saving a woman, and then being like, "Where's Jack? I keep saying dash. Ooh, that's interesting. So that's her on top of the train. I was wondering where the motorcycle went. It's disappeared because she destroyed it.
She said her new job doing here.
She's on the train, I guess after not stopping it. Yeah, she does jump away from it for a while, doesn't she? So she gets to this, it crashes into the tunnel. There's that tower again that I think we see in the background of other clips, which by the way might be like relevant maybe to Winston and broadcasting in the future. The motorcycle destroys itself, and then she ends up doing it manually with her parachute powers. The motorcycle wasn't useful to her, like the company that she's under now.
Tonight, Elastigirl saved a runaway train.
Tonight, Elastigirl saved a runaway train. Let's see that news article again. Just on the phone. Elastigirl. Oh, they're on the phone with Elastigirl. So that dot on her suit might also be a scanner, like a microphone even. Microphone. Also, we've got a black thumbprint there. That could be the screensaver watching it. That could be Mr. Incredible in his suit. That could be anybody, but someone else is actually physically watching her.
Elastigirl saved a runaway train.
Hey, honey. How are the kids?
I very much doubt she asked how are the kids while on the motorcycle, especially because he answered at nighttime. Ooh, that's Mr. Incredible seeing Jack attacking the raccoon.
They're in excellent health.
Alright, new footage. I can't say more about that, it's just extra footage to what we've already seen. Everybody stay back is what he says, we've only ever heard it in Japanese before. Cool, jumping over buildings, there's Elastigirl, nice.
Your mother.
The ambassador is in danger.
The ambassador is in danger! Alright, so she's not even after the screenslaver in this, or it might be another thing, another moment, but that could be, she's not doing an attack mission, she's doing a rescue defense mission.
We gotta help your mother.
Oh, look at that! That looks like that is Winston and some other guy. Interesting. This might then link to how we see in the Lego sets, of course, that everyone refers to, the screenslaver is driving this helicopter, or is on this helicopter. Maybe then this is the case where Winston and the screenslaver are in the same place and Winston just comes out of the screenslaver suit, but Elastigirl doesn't see it. So she comes to save Winston from the screenslaver or something like that, realizes the screenslaver is gone. Oh, where did he go? It's because you just saved him. That kind of thing. Don't know who the other guy is. It looks like he's in a fish suit, but I can't see it very well. Whoa, okay. Leading a helicopter into an explosion. Lovely. This again might go into the destructible morals of the super world. Okay, another angle of watch after Jack, I think. Unless it's a completely different section with a different dialogue. Like, put on top of it. Nope, that looks like the same spot. Looks about right.
It's up to us.
Ooh.
It's up to us.
Yeah, more footage of the three of them just coming up to the cruise. Very, very nice. Right, I think this might be our last new thing. Okay, so this is another Olympic one that we saw from ages ago, right? Yeah, there's nothing new here.
She's violent, so stealthy.
I don't think this is anything different either. Just people reusing titles to try and get more stuff. Okay, this is new. Might not give us anything new though. That was new. Bob said, but if I stop, but otherwise not really much more. Yeah, it looks like there's nothing new. New shot, but that's about it.
Hey, I had a mohawk. There's a lot about me you don't know.
Yeah, but a mohawk?
Oh, okay.
Hey, honey.
Whoa. No, we got an answer to what she's screaming about.
I saved a runaway train!
Ah, I saved a runaway train. She's just happy that she's a hero. Nothing new to talk about, just more frames. We also get to see actually Dash run away, which is pretty cool. Yep, looking through everything, it looks like that's all the footage we get to see. So, yeah, there you go. There's a billion more clips. There's probably going to be even more by the time the next 2 weeks go by and the film actually comes out. But yeah, there you go. There's an extra little live-ish analysis of all the new footage that still has come out for The Incredibles 2. There's probably a solid 10 minutes of footage now for like a 2-hour film. Oh boy. Anyway, thank you for joining me. And if you got any more things to say, then do let me know if there's anything I missed. That would be good to know too. Maybe I'll make a third video if I really, really have to. My name's been Daz. You didn't really care, and I'll see you in a bit. This raw file was 48 minutes long, my lord.